In terms of knowing when the Bible was written, or especially the evidence about Jesus was written, my favourite book to go to is the book of Luke. And one of the reasons for that is because no one would invent that Luke made something up. Often people say, oh, well, even the names of the Gospels were invented to make it look good. But actually Luke wasn't an eyewitness himself. He wasn't even a Jew, so he wasn't around when Jesus was around on this earth. And he had no power or influence. No one was following Luke. And so he must have written Luke because there'd be no reason to pick his name if they were making it up. And then the way that Luke records his account is he does it as if he's a historian or an investigative journalist, and it's probably one of the best bits of ancient history we've got. And the opening introduction to the book of Luke starts like this. Luke says, "Many have undertaken to draw up an account of the things that have been fulfilled among us, just as they were handed down to us by those who from the first were eyewitnesses and servants of the word. With this in mind, since I myself have carefully investigated everything from the beginning, I too decided to write an orderly account for you, most excellent Theophilus, so that you may know the certainty of the things you have been taught." So what we get to see here is Luke cares about an orderly account. He cares about the fact that it's from eyewitnesses. He has carefully investigated it himself, and he cares about truth, that you may know the certainty of the things you've been taught. Now, those are the kind of credentials you'd want from someone recording real history. And there is no sense in here that this is myth or made up, and Luke had nothing to gain from writing what he did. And so, just from this book alone, within the 66 books of the Bible, we can see that this is trustworthy, or at least we can start with the position that it must be trustworthy. And then as we read it, we can ask ourselves the question, does this read like myth, or does it read like historical fact? And the people who had the most to gain from Luke writing what he did come across very badly in this book. And so they must have been honest about themselves. And so, yes, I think we can trust the Bible. And if you want to know where to start, the best thing is to read it. And why not start with Luke?